Hey guys, what's up? It's Jack and Martin today, and today I am telling you what happened in the MCU. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you might want to stay into the end of the video. And yeah, let's get on with the video. So what happens in the first movie, which is the Iron Man 1, basically, what happens is Iron Man, aka Tony Stark, goes to Afghanistan to test his missile to show the military that they're good, and the terrorists try to kidnap him because there's a price on his head by Tony Stark's business partner. So they try to kidnap and kill him, but they decide not to kill him. They decide to have him, they try to force him into building the weapon that he was demonstrating to the military for them. And instead of building the missile, he builds a suit of armor to help him escape. And then that's the first Iron Man suit. After that, calls off his business, like, just no more of that business. I don't want to cause the world no more harm. His business partner, Obadiah, tries to say that, oh, he's just suffering from PTSD from the kidnapping, and while trying to cover up and say, like, trying to continue the business because he's in it for the money, he builds his own suit with the because the terrorists were recording while Tony Stark was building the first Iron Man suit, so he kind of gets an idea of how to build it and stuff. So, and then they just go on a robot fight together. They fight each other, and then obviously the good guy wins. So next movie was Iron Man 2, I believe. What happens in that is the government wants to buy his suit and his arc reactor technology, which is just clean resource stuff, like clean energy. And eye patch guy. Yeah, I feel bad for forgetting. Nick Fury tells him that there's like this power source that's cleaner, because the power source that he found before is like rotting and hurting him, or that he uses Iron Man. And so he tries to find a new source, and because he has like this shrapnel or whatever it's called, I don't know, something close to that word, I think, I don't know. He has like shrapnel in his heart that like will kill him if he didn't have the arc reactor in his heart. So yeah, so he tries to make a clean energy source to power him up and stuff. So that happens, and they want to buy the arc reactor in his heart and the suit, I'm pretty sure. And with that, they want to make, like, instead of sending soldiers out onto the battlefield, they want to send what's it called, like drones onto the battlefield, or men with the suit on to the battlefield. And he claims that nobody else is even close to having the power to do this. Like, he kind of makes fun of his competitor a little bit, showing his test trial. And then the next week, I believe, he goes to this race or something. There's a cameo of Elon Musk, which I somehow remember, and he, like, Tony Stark takes the place of his racer, and he drives, and then this Russian, I believe he's a Russian, comes in, because he made the arc reactor technology too, because his father was friends with Tony Stark's father. And then Tony Stark, like, fired him because he, like, was corrupt or something. Something along those lines. And then he, like, wham, and destroyed his car. And then, like, wham, he's somehow still alive, because he put the Iron Man suit in, like, a suitcase, like, compacted the suit to make it, yeah. And then the rival of Tony Stark, which I think is Hammer Technology, and hires the person that is on death row, Whiplash, to make drones make the suit for him, but he makes drone, and then he makes a suit for himself, and then they end up beating him with... So, War Machine stole his suit at the beginning of the movie, and he stole the suit from him just because, like, he was being irresponsible, and Tony Stark was thinking that would be his last birthday party, and, like, he just got super drunk, and then, yeah, so he stole it, and then they both, like, put, like, yeah, their lasers went together, and then made a big boom, and that's how they defeated Whiplash. Next movie was Captain America, the first Avenger. What happens is, so, Steve Rogers was about as skinny as me. At the beginning of the movie, and, like, he's a really good-hearted kid at the beginning of the movie. I'm pretty sure he's always stayed good-hearted. And he, like, he works smarter, not harder, because, like, there was this task that gave him a free ride to boot camp, and everyone would try to climb up the flagpole, and instead of climbing up, he just, like, took this thing out that knocks it down, and then grabbed it, and then 200 IQ'd. And then he gets, like, this serum that makes him buff and stuff, like a super soldier. Well, it is a super soldier. And then they send him to go fight the Hydra, which is like the science part of Nazi, like the science part of the science part of the Nazi, like the scientific expedition of the Nazis. So he goes to fight them. He saves thousands of soldiers, and, like, they're on a getaway train, and he loses his best friend Bucky Barnes, which falls to his death. I'm saying that because he doesn't actually die. He gets resurrected by someone in Hydra, and they make him into, like, a super soldier and, like, brain wipe him to make him, spoiling future events that I'm going to tell later in this video. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm spoiling in-game, because I don't believe I am, but yeah. So after that, Steve Rogers gets, like, he, like, crashes a plane into the Atlantic and, like, just he sleeps in ice. Like, he sleeps in ice and preserves his life somehow for another 75 years, and then he gets time traveled to about now. Well, about, like, 2000s-ish. 2010s-ish, somewhere around there. And then after that, Thor, being a childish boy, tries to pick a fight, start a war that hasn't happened yet. Like, no. Yeah, whatever. He tries to start a war with the, he claims it's not starting a war, but it's not really. I mean, it really is, because he's just going on their turf out of nowhere without their knowledge of anything that they've done. Because what happened is, because he was about to become king of, I forgot the name of the place, but y'all probably know. But yeah, he tries to, like, he's about to become king of whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure it starts with an A. I'm blanking on it right now, but he's about to become king of his land. Over, like, his father's about to go to sleep and stuff, so he, like, yeah. And then the ice people attack, and then Thor gets mad, so he goes attacking the, like, their planet, and Loki snitches on him before the fight, because he knew before, because, yeah, they're old brothers. And then Loki just, like, makes his father, like, overwhelmed, and, like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but, like, he just fell. I don't remember from what, but then he gets banished to, then Thor gets banished to Earth, and until he can, like, till he's, worthy again to pick up his hammer, he can't come back to there. I'm really blanking on Asgard. That's what it's called, Asgard. He can't go back to Asgard to, like, chill with his family, which he doesn't really do for a while. And he meets this girl that, like, helps him a lot. They think that he's, like, crazy and stuff, because who really wouldn't? He kind of sounded crazy and stuff, so they, like, took care of him a little bit. Thor's, like, clueless of 21st century technology, so he, like, just walks in the middle of the street acting like it's nothing. Yeah. And then Loki tries to kill his brother and stuff. Like, he sent, like, this laser beam thingamabobber, like this giant laser. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's just like this giant thing that has a laser for her face. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either. And then he beats him up. Thor gets his hammer and, like, well, bam, 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 and then shows his father that Loki was, like, tricking him and stuff, because Loki's the god of trickery or something like that in Norse. And then they have the Avengers meet up. Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, Black Widow, a lot of people that I can't remember their names because I'm trying to keep this quicker. So they meet up, and then I honestly forgot what was happening in that movie. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that movie. Well, they meet up, and they fight something. I forgot what that fight was. But next movie, because I forgot that movie, they meet up again as it, and they go to, what's it called? They went to somewhere in Europe. I don't know, somewhere in Europe, and, like, try to take this Loki's scepter from. Oh yeah, last movie they were fighting Loki because he was trying to open a wormhole to, like, open stuff, and, like, yeah, Iron Man saves the universe. Well, saves the planet. Not, I don't think it was the universe. I'm pretty sure it was just the planet at that time, because he brought it, because there's a missile being launched to them that, like, was about to destroy Boston or Massachusetts, I don't remember which one, but it was about to destroy that area, and they and then Tony uses, like, Iron Man suit to, like, launch the missile into space, and, like, flew back perfectly, timing the flyback, and somehow got back to Earth. And then, well, bam. And then he has PTSD problems. Scared of it happening again. So yeah. And then the third Iron Man movie happens, which I didn't watch again because I didn't. And Avengers Age of Ultron, they get Loki's scepter from like somewhere in Europe. They get it from somewhere in Europe. Tony does like some research on it, realizes it's like a form of artificial intelligence, and it as a Mind Stone, which was one of those 6 Infinity Stones. So he just like creates artificial intelligence on purpose but on accident. His name is Ultron, which is why it's called Age of Ultron. Wow. So after that, Ultron kills Jarvis, but he really just goes into hiding. Makes himself a suit, just like a drone suit, but he controls it. The Avengers destroy the suit, but since he's AI, artificial intelligence, he's downloaded himself to the internet and traveled over to that place that they took Loki's scepter from, back in Europe. And then what happens is Ultron buys a bunch of vibranium to enhance his body, trying to make a better body, which eventually creates Vision. And then half the Avengers are scared of Tony creating artificial intelligence again, going all over this whole thing again, because Wanda said that he'll do it again. So Iron Man, what do you know, he actually does again. And they're scared, so Thor comes out of nowhere, just brings a hammer down, brings Vision to life, and Vision inevitably is who destroys Ultron. And he makes this funny joke that I thought was pretty funny, saying, oh yeah, Ultron said you were I don't exactly remember, but yeah, he said something, and then Vision goes, oh yeah, but I was born yesterday. Boom. And then he just goes boom boom. Ultron goes boom boom. And then Black Panther happens. Beginning of the movie, what happens is T'Challa's father kills T'Challa's uncle, or T'Challa's father's brother, same thing, and leaves his cousin orphaned that they didn't even know existed. So I'm sorry, I'm cutting this part out. So leaves his cousin orphaned, and his cousin knows about Wakanda, but not he knows a lot about Wakanda. He becomes this mercenary for the U.S. military. He's killed a bunch of people. He has a bunch of bumps on his body representing each person he's killed, and they end up disagreeing, saying, oh yeah, you should open the vibranium to the whole world, opening us down to colonization, and having people wanting to colonize us. And that's why they didn't want to do it for thousands of years. So they were scared of colonization like the rest of Africa was. And yeah, then they go fight each other and bam, bam, bam. And he ends up dying. T'Challa ends up dying in the fight for King. And then after that, T'Challa somehow doesn't die. The ironic tribe that absolutely hates his tribe ends up saving him, and they like bring T'Challa back to life using like the herbs and stuff, like the last herb, and bring him back to life. And then T'Challa fights him with his power, and then he like stabs him, and then they say like stuff on the best view of Wakanda, because his cousin Killmonger has always wanted to see the sunset on Wakanda, because that's what his father said was the most beautiful sunset ever. And T'Challa took him there to go see it, and he offered to him to stay alive, and Killmonger said something like death is better than captivity or something like that, which I think is powerful, kind of. I don't know. Like, right now a few months ago in school, I was learning about like slave stuff, and I heard a lot about that, and this is my second time watching it that I realized this, because I watched it in the movie theater. I was the only one in the theater. Yeah, I'm special. And so they like, yeah. And then Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War. So what happens is Thanos kills all of Asgard's people except for Thor. I'm not 100% sure if they did kill Loki. Actually, no, Loki's not even Asgardian, so only Asgardian left living is Thor and Valkyrie, I believe. Yeah, Thor and Valkyrie. And so they like do stuff, and then Thanos takes one of the Infinity Stones, drops it in his gauntlet, and then, well, bam, he has two of the Infinity Stones, because he had one before, and then that one. And then he goes to take the Reality Stone from the Collector or something like that. I don't really understand. But he goes to collect the Reality Stone from the... Reality Stone from the Collector. He gets the... mine's here, time's here. He gets one of the other Infinity Stones here. I forgot what was it? I honestly forgot. But he gets another one that he gets the Soul Stone, killing Gamora. He puts that on this finger. And then he gets the Time Stone, fighting Guardians of the Galaxy, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange makes a big hint to what I believe is going to happen in Endgame. I don't want to say it yet, because it might be true. Pretty sure it is, because I kind of read the plot the day before Endgame came out. I'm a nerd, I know. So he gets the Time Stone. He goes to Earth for Vision's Mind Stone, which is like right here. They're trying to like surgically remove the Mind Stone so Wanda can just blow it to smithereens, and they end up not having time, so they just like fight and stuff. And then Thor comes in out of nowhere, almost kills Thanos, hits him right here, and then the famous words of Thanos, "You should have gone for the head." Actually, no. Before that, Wanda explodes Vision, and then Thanos just goes yeet back in time, rips the Mind Stone out, and then bam, into his infinity gauntlet with 6 pretty diamonds, okay? They're pretty diamonds, okay? They're pretty diamonds, okay? And then after that, he just like goes snappy boy. Actually, no. And then Thor hits him in the chest with Stormbreaker, I believe it's called. And then Thanos says, "You should have gone for the head." Well, bam. And then Endgame now. And then half the universe becomes dust. And that's basically what happened in the whole MCU. Took 25 minutes to describe 21 movies. Yeah. And yeah, let's get to the outro. So, for the moment you guys have been all waiting for a little over a month now, the giveaway. All the entries, you gotta make it mixed up. And the winner is Tixa, right? Tixa, yeah. So, Tixa, claim your prize. Thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe, leave a like. Put any suggestions down below that you think I should do. And tell a few friends about my channel if you like this video. And yeah, cats out.